three central defenders. It's the back four today. Starmanich sitting just in front of them. Kerwin with a rather hopeful ball forward. Chris Wood will challenge. And they come from an offside position, and he gestures to Nico Kerwin that perhaps there might have been a better option to go back across the back four and out the other side. There's Chris Wood. You can see he's beyond the last defender there. New Zealand have a second game, of course, in this international window. Highly anticipated clash against Australia's Socceroos on Tuesday evening at Brentford. The Soccer Ashes will be on the line, the first time they've been up for grabs since 1954. A silver-plated razor case carried at Gallipoli and containing the ashes of cigars enjoyed by Socceroos captain Alex Gibb and Kiwi skipper George Campbell after the first meeting between the two sides on Australian soil in June of 1923. That silver-plated case was lost for 7 decades. Found earlier this year and will be on the line when New Zealand play Australia on Tuesday evening at Brentford. For those in and around that part of the world, there are still some tickets available, I understand, for that match. 25 minutes gone here, though, in Spain. No score between New Zealand and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Not for lack of trying. Both goalkeepers have seen a bit of action at their respective ends. Sanev has made a couple of tidy saves. Starmanich. Back up.
Vamos dançar.
Kakachi. Clever from Starmanich as he combines with McCallum. Singh has it taken off him on halfway. Unfairly, says the referee, who was in close attendance, Jason Barcelo. Not sure that Samuel Montosami necessarily agreed with the assessment of the referee. Thought it was a clean win. And from that angle, he may have had a case. So we're going to have a drinks break here, as the players come together after 26 minutes, a warm evening in Murcia in Spain. The temperature reaches a certain level. Drinks breaks are mandatory. There's Darren Baisley there, just to the left of screen, and the white cap is Simon Elliott, the iconic former New Zealand player, key member of that 2010 side that went to the World Cup in South Africa. Glenn Moss is also part of this New Zealand coaching setup. He went to that World Cup as well. Didn't get to play with Mark Paston playing all 3 matches. The wet towels being handed out, the advice being issued. There is Elliott to the right of screen in conference with Starmanich, McCallum and Singh. Here is Bakambu with an early shot for the Leopards. This one was a funny old piece of action as it rebounded off a couple of players and almost tested Sanev. Callum McCall with the best chance for New Zealand, a curling effort. Tipped around the post by Mpasi. See from that angle, probably not creeping in. A couple of corners for New Zealand. Chris Wood's got into some promising positions. Sarpreet Singh has been prominent, as has Starmanich. Ben Wayne just trying his best to fashion something. Singh's little ball into Wood there. And Mbemba taking it away from the New Zealand skipper as the two captains came together. Once again, a ball drifted towards the Leopards' goal. And then the shot from Katompa. Nick Sanev tested for perhaps the most serious time in the first half hour or so here. We're back underway. These two sides have never played one another in a football international. Rare, actually, for New Zealand to face African opposition. The last time they did so was a match against the Gambia back in November of 2021. A 2-0 win that day with Chris Wood scoring both goals. The Democratic Republic of Congo's most recent game, a 1-0 loss in a friendly against South Africa last month. This one's fallen the way of Wood. Just as outside, just along the carpet. Lionel Mbassi untroubled. As mentioned, the game's got a nice open feel to it. Montosami. Now, Bieli. Both teams have a pretty solid idea of the way they want to play the game. Foul there on Bakambu by Painaka. We'll get going quickly. Here is Kalulu down the left for the Leopards. Kerwin trying his best to prevent the cross, and he's done pretty well, Nico Kerwin, on that occasion. Montosami. Leopards will try their luck down the right-hand side. Kakachi in the way over there at the moment. Bongonda. Clever little interplay. Bakambu. But New Zealand snuff it out. And Chris Wood does well to draw the foul from Mbemba. Half an hour gone. Both sides seeking the game's first goal. Wood looking to combine with Singh, who's once again done terrifically well. Sarpreet Singh, and is fouled as he heads down the right-hand side. Without wanting to labour the point, New Zealand have missed Sarpreet Singh in national colours. He's not happy with the way he was manhandled that time by Charles Pickle. Free kick though, which Singh will address. New Zealand have committed some resource forward into the penalty area, waiting for Singh's delivery. Towards the far post, and Tim again, unfortunately, Lionel Mbassi looks a very solid goalkeeper for the Democratic Republic of Congo. Kalulu. And again, linking with Mishak, who's come across to the left-hand side to try his luck. We haven't seen a lot of Ilya Mishak in the first half hour or so. He's been out on the right, has come across to the left-hand side to try and get involved in the action. Bieli. No way forward for the Africans. Very comfortable on the ball, but it's given away by the Leopards, and New Zealand might look to attack down the left-hand side. It is Kakachi. Tries to link with Singh, can't. And the move breaks down. Looked promising when Libby Kakachi drove into the attacking third. New Zealand tried to win it back, but play by Mishak. Good slick passing now by the Leopards, who might have an opportunity down the right-hand side. Sliding intervention there by Painaka. Still there though for DR Congo. Now the shot comes in. Just wide, the net ruffled. And just for a moment, it looked as though that shot might have snuck in Nick Sanev's left-hand post. Theo Bongonda was the man Cutting inside Kikachi and letting fly. Wrong side of the post for Theo Bongonda. Sanev, you fancy would have had his near post covered. Didn't have to make the save in the end, but a warning shot from Theo Bongonda. Coaches will be relatively happy with what they've seen in the first 34 minutes here. Plenty of attacking intent. New Zealand in particular have been fairly solid defensively. The last shot from Bongonda notwithstanding. Darren Beasley will be relatively happy with the way that they've repelled most of the Leopards' advances. So to Sebastian de Sabra. This side set up pretty effectively to deal with anything New Zealand are throwing their way. They'll try again now through McCoward, who's heading down a bit of a cul-de-sac. Nice play by Starmanich, and then McCoward switches it across to Kerwin. McCoward in central midfield. His pass was aimed for Just, but as he played the pass, it was fouled. Callum McCoward.
Club.
13 international for Callum McCoward. A couple of goals, including one against Sweden earlier this year. Just clipped there as he got the pass away by Pakambu. Final 10 minutes of regulation time at the end of this first half. Boxall. Sanev quick to release Kikachi. Now Waters peeled away. Kikachi again.
Come on, you will release him.
And towards the 6-yard area, Ben Wayne was there or thereabouts. Early ball from Kikachi, looking for Wayne, and holds up the hand in acknowledgement of the idea. Hasn't had a heck of a lot of game time in recent times, Ben Wayne for Plymouth Argyle and England. Relishing the chance to start for New Zealand. Sami unable to keep that one in, so New Zealand have another chance to fashion something through Singh, who's looked the most likely. Starmanich. Nice little shifted body position from Marko Starmanich, but the cow was taken away from him. Kerwin back and heading back towards his own goal. Has to be a bit careful here. Nico Kerwin, ball given away. Here come the Leopards through Bongonda. And high and wide that one. From Charles Pickle. Yet to score a goal for his country, Charles Pickle, just his third international though. His eyes lit up there with a shot from distance. Now Wayne can pass it all the way out on the edge of his area. Singh. Well with Kikachi. Forward now towards Chris Wood. Can he get it out from under his feet? The answer is no, as Batubinsika takes it away. But it's now there with Kikachi. Thought about the shot. Brings Justin instead. And towards Wood. Off the studs of Chris Wood. Is it still there for New Zealand? Bouncing around and whistle's gone. Handball. As that was in and around Chris Wood. He used an arm. In fact, it was McCoward there who was in the action, and it was his arm that it struck. Roxel. Good positional awareness there from highly experienced centre-back for New Zealand. Johnson and Bemba has marshalled his defence well. Bongonda. Kakachi goes across to defend. Panika completes the job. There's Bieli there who attempted the cross. Bongonda looks an interesting player on the ball now. Seems to pop up all over the place. The number 10 for the Democratic Republic of Congo seems to have been given a free role, as is often the case with number 10s. To put pressure on Batupinsika, but deal with it okay. Just a moment of concern there for Lionel Mpasi, but he got out of it okay. The Leopards finishing the first half strongly. Is there a chance now for the shot from Mishak? Instead he brings in Kalulu. Mishak again. Good block by Stamanic. Still there though for the Leopards. Bieli tried to play it in, headed away by McCowart. Well, the Africans started the game the stronger, and they're finishing the first half in the same fashion. 4 minutes plus stoppages for New Zealand to negotiate. They'll be pleased, New Zealand. Their opposition are 40 places higher in the latest FIFA rankings for what they're worth. Zanev, without any problems, claiming that one. But New Zealand have defended well for the most part. Dangerous attackers, the likes of Bakambu, Katompa, Bongonda, haven't had a heck of a lot to get excited about. Any attacking moves they have created have been snuffed out by good, solid New Zealand defending. Similarly, at the other end, Mbemba and Batupinsika, a solid central defensive pairing for the Leopards. Both look very composed players with ball at feet. Happy enough to play the ball between themselves. Otosami dropping into lend assistance as DR Congo come again down their right.
Congo na Nouvelle-Zélande.
This would look to put a bit of pressure on, but again, that rear guard for Congo does the job.
Yeah.
Otosami. Target over here was Mishak. Kerwin got a bit of an arm in the face there as he completed the defending. Ilya Mishak. Entirely in agreement. The Swiss-based attacker. Darren Baisley just having a word with Ben Wayne into the technical area. Here's Darren Baisley, as mentioned previously, his first game in official charge of New Zealand as Kerwin goes down again. Player left to be stopped. So Kerwin's just returned from a long-term injury. Came off second best in that aerial challenge. You get a bit of assistance. The last time Nico Kerwin played for New Zealand was in the intercontinental playoff against Costa Rica in June of last year. A long-term injury which kept him out of club action. Right back's been a position of some interest for New Zealand in recent times. There's never really been any player who's locked down that spot. Nico Kerwin's played there reasonably regularly. Others have been tried. Bill Tuiloma, who was probably more a centre-back by trade, has on occasion played right full-back for New Zealand. Others, the likes of Daningen, Storm Roux, who hasn't had a look in for a while. Even Tim Payne, another who plays most of his football at club level at centre-back, is a right-back option. Kerwin's back on his feet and ready to go again as we tick towards the end of regulation time. There'll be some added time, obviously, for the drinks break and the other stoppages we've had. Just the 2 extra minutes to be added here at the end of this first half. A closely fought contest between two unfamiliar footballing foes. Is there a final chance for New Zealand, perhaps? Boxall. Kerwin back in the action. Wayne. Got a lot of space to work with down there for Ben Wayne, and he's not able to retain possession under pressure. A difficult half in many respects for Ben Wayne and for Chris Wood. Harpreet Singh's just drifted out of the game in the last 10 minutes. Hasn't been quite as prominent as he was early. Chance in 30 seconds or so for the teams to go inside and recalibrate. Here's Kakachi breaking forward. Singh into Eli Just. Here's a chance. Cross goal from Eli Just. Ben Wayne was lurking around the far post, hands to the head of Eli Just. Ball slid into him from Harpreet Singh. Lovely pass there from Singh. And the little touch off Lionel Mpasi just diverted it away from Ben Wayne. But the corner results. The 2 minutes have elapsed, but there will be time for this final set piece for New Zealand. Wouldn't they love to go in a goal ahead, perhaps, from this situation? Singh to deliver. Punched away by keeper Lionel Mpasi. Once again, a New Zealander has found themselves in the thick of the action. Ben Wayne this time has come off second best in that challenge. Challenging with Mpasi there, might have got some of Mpasi's punch. Ben Wayne's going to receive some assistance, which will elongate this first half. A great example there, again, in the last couple of minutes of Harpreet Singh's influence on this side, his ability to unlock defences with sure-footed passes in and around the penalty area. Eli Just the beneficiary on that occasion. So if New Zealand are to find a way through, Harpreet Singh feels like he is the most likely. Chancel Mbemba is keen to help Ben Wayne to his feet. There's quite a bit of concern here for Ben Wayne. He is now back up, and Mbemba still hanging around, wanting to get him on his feet and help him out. Both centre-backs, actually, Mbemba and Batu Bensika, showing a bit of concern for Ben Wayne. Just be a bit careful with Ben Wayne here. Anytime the head is involved, you've got to be a little bit careful, take the right precautions. Seems okay. They'll just take him off for the meantime. Half-time is approaching. In fact, half-time has arrived here at Murcia in Spain. An entertaining first half between New Zealand. Regardless of how it all played out, the African nation have taken the lead. New Zealand's response will be very instructive. They come again as they look to double their money early in the second half. Some more defending to do for New Zealand, and they just about scramble it away. All hands on deck at the moment. Here is Bongonda. He drives deep and wins a corner off Bainaka. So, New Zealand on the back foot in the second half. The Democratic Republic of Congo well and truly on the front foot. Bongonda will take the resulting corner. Dealt with by New Zealand. Kakachi at the near post is the man. And Theo Bongonda not able to continue the attacking move. So I'm sure Darren Baseley would have been reasonably satisfied with his side's first half performance, keeping a higher ranked side at bay and scoreless in the first 45, but that sheet was not kept clean for very long in the second half. New Zealand showed enough, though, in the first half to suggest that they can create opportunities. Look to get Sarpreet Singh on the ball, no doubt, as often as they can. He looked really good in the first half. Can't quite control that one. Kerwin, though, is fouled, is he? No. Referee says, on your feet, Nico Kerwin. Nothing wrong with that. Bainaka rakes a pass in the direction of Eli Just. It's collected by Brian Vignelli. A number of New Zealand players have been manhandled on occasion here. They've spent time down. Kerwin, Wayne, and now Just, but he's back on his feet happily. Set piece situation for New Zealand now. Singh and McCowan in attendance. The captain and his country's leading goal scorer could be the most obvious. It didn't quite sit for Chris Wood. Bent into the penalty area. .33 goals for New Zealand. Chris Wood, more than any other male player. Stations for New Zealand. We're close to that with plenty of time. We've only had 6 minutes in the second half. There is some attacking armoury on the bench that Darren Baseley could take advantage of. He's got Max Mutta, the Shrewsbury Town striker. Joey Champness, who we haven't seen for a while, but who adds a different kind of creativity. Matt Garbutt is there. This one's played through and the flag is up. Bakambu didn't agree necessarily with the call. He did look a long way advanced, but I think perhaps thought that he'd started his run inside his own half. Let's just watch. He was certainly in the attacking half and looked from that angle as though he was in an offside position. The assistant referee on this near side certainly had his flag raised nice and quickly. One thing you won't get from New Zealand is panic. These young players very secure in their own ability, and Chris Wood has tucked it in, but I think that's gone behind. It looked at first look as though it had gone behind from Eli Just as he tried to pull it back. And that is indeed the adjudication here. Just not quite able to keep that one in. Clearly it's gone behind. Tidy finish from Chris Wood, but it's not going to count for anything. As I was saying, the modern-day New Zealand footballer is a confident player. They like possession of the football. They like to create. Not overawed by opposition who are higher up the rankings than they. They're playing in good club environments around the world. This entire team is based outside of Australasia. Coach Darren Baisley electing not to call up any A-League players with the new A-League men's season a week away. So every player in this current squad is based in either Europe, the United States, a couple in Asia. It's Ben Wayne of Plymouth Argyle. Can he win something down in the corner? It's fallen quite kindly for Wayne. Singh in towards Wood. Dealt with by the Leopards though, and they might now turn defence into attack. Bakambu was the goal scorer for Congo. He can't seize onto that one. It's there though for the new man, Grady Diangana. He hasn't taken off him. As there was in the first half, some spice about this game and the challenges that are going in. Pickle there with the latest. Singh lets it run to Stamanic, who loses his footing. Diangana trying to make an impact, the second half substitute. Sabra there up on the edge of his technical area, issuing instructions to his side. Came into the job mid-2022 following the Leopards' failure to qualify for the last Football World Cup. Sebastian de Sabra has well and truly been given his instructions to get this nation to the next Football World Cup in 2026. Coward. On that pass. Most of the Leopards' recent matches have been against fellow African sides. Last time they played anybody from outside their confederation was in February of last year against Bahrain. They lost that game, 1-0. Stamanic, clever. Here's Eli Just. Singh just couldn't quite control it at the first time of asking. Has it now, Stamanic. Singh again. Nice little touch. And a return pass. Sarpreet Singh, lovely. Can he apply the finish, Sarpreet Singh? Will he line up? He shot from McCowart. Save from Lionel Impasi. But so clever from Sarpreet Singh. As he combined with a couple of teammates, was in the area. He favours the left foot. Couldn't quite get room for the shot. Gave it back to McCowart. That is what Sarpreet Singh can do. He troubles opposition defences inside and outside of the penalty area. That was the latest example of it. Just the one goal for New Zealand. Sarpreet Singh has only played 9 matches for the national side. Encouraging signs. Kakachi raiding down the left is his modus operandi. Singh again. Just. Singh goes outside him, just ignores him. Drifts it into the penalty area, bit of a push in the back. It looked like from Ben Wayne there. Referee said it was okay. And here come the Leopards again. It is Bongonda bearing down on goal. Theo Bongonda getting back. Michael Boxall using all the experience. All of his pace and fitness, Theo Bongonda and Michael Boxall together. Ball through from Bakambu. But Michael Boxall all the way, tracking him and making sure that no shot was forthcoming. A corner has resulted though. There's Michael Boxall, Minnesota United defender, formerly of Wellington Phoenix. Spent some time playing in South Africa as well. Towards the near post, the call is away. It hasn't been cleared. It will be now through Kakachi. Only as far as Bieli though. Now New Zealand might have the opportunity to break quickly through McCowart. Unfortunately, he can't combine over there with Eli Justin. Boxall. Stamanic. Wayne. Into the area. McCowart was the furthest advanced. Just not quite coming together for New Zealand with those balls into the penalty area. Changes coming for the Democratic Republic of Congo. William Balikwisha from Standard Liège is going to enter the fray, as is Jackson Mulika, the Turkish-based number 9. So Silas Katompa's day is done. Theo Bongonda, who's been impressive, is also withdrawn. Changes as yet for New Zealand. Confirmation of Jackson Mulika's introduction in place of Silas Katompa. Sebastian de Sabra really changing things up in the attacking third. He's withdrawn Elia Mishak, Theo Bongonda and Silas Katompa. So 3 of the front 4 have been replaced. Here's Singh. Waters quite deep. Kakachi in midfield. Singh on the ball again. Frantic at the moment from New Zealand. Singh was fouled. That was a foul. And Michael Boxall now asks why that ball was kicked away by Cedric Bakambu, who was back doing some defensive work. The upshot is a free kick for New Zealand. Boxall and Bakambu acquainting themselves with one another. So the changes are going to come now for New Zealand. Matt Garbutt and Bill Tuiloma are going to be introduced. Tuiloma will take the place of Nico Kerwin, so it feels as though Bill Tuiloma will go into that right back position as Nico Kerwin makes way. 38th international for Bill Tuiloma, and Matthew Garbutt is going to take the place of Ben Wayne. International number 16 for Matt Garbutt, playing his football at NAC Breda in the Netherlands. It may well change the shape of New Zealand's attack. We'll get to that in a second. Sarpreet Singh. Clever set move from New Zealand across the 6-yard area from Beinecke, I think. No, it was McCowart. Here's Kakachi. Just Singh. The Leopards deal with it okay. So Matthew Garbutt There's a different kind of player to Ben Wayne, and he's looking to get on the ball now. Nice and early, Matt Garbutt. May well change the shape, as I say, of New Zealand's attack. We'll watch that the next time they are down the other end. In the meantime, some defending to do again. Starmanich. A little bit of ole there from Marco Starmanich. Just a mistouch there by Eli Just. Sebastian de Sabra has spent most of this game up on the edge of his penalty area, just bottom of screen there. 47-year-old Frenchman has a long career managing club sides, also was in charge of the Ugandan national side for an 18-month period. And Mbemba. Which would play Bill Tuiloma's first involvement in the right back position. And his football with Charlotte FC in the United States after a long stint at the Portland Timbers. Bielli. And Bielli again. Diangana.
ZELANDE.
Eye-catching move here from the Leopards, and they've earned a free kick. The foul on Samuel Montesami.
Sio timu mabashiri kutoka nchi tofauti makuu. Timu ya taifa.
Bielli.
Uko na timu ndogo juu kwa wanacheza mzuri.
Diangana. Montesami. "25 minutes to go. Will the Leopards look at some stage to try and see out this result? There's still plenty of time, and they still seem to have plenty of attacking intent at the moment. At some point, you'd have to think that they'll be happy to settle for the result that they currently have. Plenty of time for New Zealand, though, as mentioned. I expect that Matt Garbutt would join Sarpreet Singh in a central position. Callum McCallum pushed a bit wider. Diangana, he's looked energetic since his introduction. And wins the ball back again. Diangana. Bielli towards the near post, and a stretch from Nando Painega, diverting it behind. Cedric Bakambu, such a key cog in this Leopard side. Plays football with a smile on his face, and why wouldn't you? You've got the goal. There's your team into a 1-0 lead. William Baligwisha, one of the new men. Belgian-based. A deeper corner. Sanev didn't get any touch on that. Just been well controlled today by Jason Barcelo. Not too much in the way of aggressive challenges to adjudicate upon. He's kept his cards in the pocket. Midway through the second half. What does New Zealand's path back into this game look like? At the moment they have to worry about conceding a second as the Leopards put together another move. Matthew Garbutt is unceremoniously dumped to the turf here. As mentioned, there haven't been too many rough-house tackles or cards, and just as I say that, Grady Diangana receives the first booking of the match. It's certainly a bit reckless there from Diangana. Matt Garbutt didn't look best pleased with the challenge. Confirmation of the first booking of the match. New Zealand will want to get the ball at the feet of Singh, at the feet of Garbutt. See Matt Garbutt there just in the centre circle alongside the referee. No path for him to receive the ball at the moment, but he's the kind of player that can make things happen. Broke a long goal-scoring drought for New Zealand in a recent match against China in Wellington. New Zealand had scored for the best part of half a dozen matches. They went ahead through an own goal, and then Matt Garbutt off the bench scored a goal. Into Chris Wood! Flag up on the far side. It will not count for Chris Wood. It looked as though goal 34 for his country had arrived.
Offside.
But the assistant referee had other ideas.
Yeah.
It's tight. It's tight. Chris Wood thought he was onside. The assistant referee disagreed. May just have been a bit too far advanced, Chris Wood, as they take a drinks break and steady themselves, New Zealand, for the final assault. Even though that one isn't to count, it'll give them further encouragement. Players take on some hydration on a warm evening here in Spain. Get their instructions from their respective managers.
Yeah.
Here's the goal that separates the sides. A long, rather hopeful ball that Kakachi nodded back towards his keeper Sanev. But it was intercepted by Cedric Bakambu. He anticipated, you could just see, was watching Kakachi, anticipated that the header would be back towards Sanev, did the mental calculations and realised that he had an opportunity to nip in. You can see he just sets off just as he sees Kakachi shaping to head it back to Sanev. That is very clever centre forward play from Cedric Bakambu, and it was rewarded with the game's opening goal. Still had a bit of work to do as well once he nicked it past Sanev, but he collected on the other side and tucked it home. One of the other goalkeepers in the squad that was originally picked for this two-game stretch for New Zealand, Max Crocombe, has been released back to his Burton Albion side for their weekend match. He will rejoin the side, though, I understand, for the game against Australia. Similarly, Tommy Smith has left the squad to rejoin his MK Dons side for their match this weekend, but again, he will rejoin the team for the Australian match. Kakachi pulled up for that foul as he came through the back of an opponent.
Yeah.
There's Diangana, the recipient. Tidying up done, though, by the Africans. That's clever, but not clever enough to elude Michael Boxall. "17 minutes plus stoppages remaining." And Boxall, two of the more experienced members of this side, combined to gain possession or regain it for New Zealand. Here's Matthew Garbutt. He's popping up all over the place. Lovely pass from Garbutt to switch play over towards the right for New Zealand. And they will win a free kick. McCallum wants to get going quickly. Here is Singh. He's got Tuiloma outside in towards Chris Wood. And his touch took him away from goal, and then he wasn't able to get it out from under his feet, the New Zealand skipper. Sanev all the way out of his penalty area to deal with that long ball. New Zealand side is drawn from mainly European and United States clubs. So too this Democratic Republic of Congo side. Just one player in this squad is based in the country. That is one of the goalkeepers, Bajio Siadi. The rest of them are all, for the most part, playing their club football in Europe. Country of just over 6 million, similar in size to New Zealand. Bieli has been more involved in this second half, up and down the right. Diangana has been a good inclusion, or a good introduction rather, for the Leopards. Bakambu trying to free him up there, but Diangana not able to get on the end of it. Yet to score his first goal, Grady Diangana. That's hardly surprising because this is his debut, so that's the reason he hasn't scored a goal yet for his country, but he's looked good. Grady Diangana, you get the feeling he might get a few, the 25-year-old. Kakachi. Just. Garbutt. Nice little move into space by Matthew Garbutt. Then out towards the right. McCallum. No way through at the moment for New Zealand. Now they might be through. Tuiloma. Ball across the 6-yard area. Bakambu, the goal scorer. Composed defending again from Boxall. It's belted forward and have been easily regained by the Leopards. Coming out now, Bakambu, lovely move from Cedric Bakambu. Already one goal this evening, looking for a second. He's just got a bit of extra class about him, Cedric Bakambu. Just that little move into space, and he nicked it past Pineka, made room for the shot. The end product perhaps not what he was after, but everything in the lead up, including that little flick there from Charles Pickle, very eye-catching. Michael Boxall did well to force Bakambu wide. So New Zealand rolling the subs now. We're going to see Max Mata and Joey Champness into the action. Champness taking the place of Eli Just. Simon Banzer also into the action for the Leopards. The action for Sarpreet Singh. Dalton Wilkins, who was called into the squad as a late replacement for the injured James McGarry, is going to earn his third cap for Max Mata. It is game number 5 for New Zealand. Hasn't yet scored a goal for New Zealand, Max Mata. This will be a good opportunity to do that. As we see Dalton Wilkins, the Danish-based left back. Straight swap for Libby Kakachi there from the left side of New Zealand's back foot. Wilkinson to the action almost immediately, as is Champness. Back to Wilkins. This is great from the substitutes. Really good early impact, and Max Mata was on the end of that as well, so that's the way to make an impact. The sublet sitting down for one of the only times this evening as we tick towards the 80-minute mark. Champness. Always keen to take players on, Joey Champness. No way through on that occasion. Champness debut for New Zealand 2021. The win over Bahrain, his 7th cap tonight. Currently based in Turkey. So do New Zealand letting them to find an equaliser here. They've scored in each of their last 3 matches, having endured that drought I mentioned before of 6 games without any goals. They've scored in their last 3, including the abandoned match against Qatar. Champness looking to make an early impact, and he's doing it well. Garbett couldn't quite bring Tuiloma into the action. The danger is for New Zealand as they push men forward that they do leave themselves perhaps a little bit exposed at the back, but I often say in a friendly match, if you're going to lose 1-0, you might as well lose 2-0. It doesn't really make that much difference. A chance now, though, for the Leopards again. It's one of the new men. He can't get the shot away. Simon Banzer, another on debut. It would have been a way to mark your debut with an early goal. Simon Banzer, the Portuguese-based striker. Balikwisha. Here they come again. The Leopards on the shot just wide from Grady Diangana. He has really made an impact since his introduction, Grady Diangana. Looks like the kind of player who will feature many more times for his nation. Wood doing his best to create something. 8 minutes plus stoppages remaining here in Spain. Banzer. Certainly taking up the position that Cedric Bakambu occupied for much of the game. Good tackle by Wilkins. He's a good introduction. Dalton Wilkins. Yet another who came through the Ole Football Academy. Max Mata looking to put pressure on Lionel Mpasi, who hasn't had much to do really in the second half. New Zealand haven't created as many chances in the second half as they did in the first in terms of clear-cut opportunities that Lionel Mpasi has had to deal with. Banza and Panika together, and Simon Banza, the judge to have committed the foul. The balance of the game, New Zealand probably deserve a goal. Possession and territory stats are fairly even. Just while we were looking at that replay, something's obviously happened because that free kick hasn't come to anything. New Zealand back in action on Tuesday evening when they'll take on Australia. Brentford, the Australians preparing for a game in the next couple of hours against England at Wembley. Big occasion for the Socceroos. Not too much on that one. New Zealand want to get going quickly. Wilkins. Panika. Continue to probe down this left-hand side and bring Joey Champness in. A bit of room for Joey Champness to run into now. A few step-overs. Tries to slide it sideways towards Max Mata. The first part of that looked promising from Joey Champness. Couldn't supply the pass, but he's back on the ball now. However, Wilkins has committed the foul. And the Leopards will be able to release the pressure valve just a bit. Another sub coming. And a special moment for Tyler Bindon. It is a New Zealand debut for the 18-year-old Reading defender. Tyler Bindon with an international debut. He is the son of former Football Ferns goalkeeper Jenny Bindon. His dad Grant was a New Zealand volleyball representative, in fact captained the side, and both parents, I understand, are in attendance here to watch their son on debut. Tyler Bindon, special moment for him. Towards Mpasi. So time is beginning to become the enemy of New Zealand. Action for Tyler Bindon. Seems to have slotted into the right side of New Zealand's defence. Starmanich has dropped quite deep. Tuiloma has been pushed forward. Clever interplay here with Champness involved. Starmanich. Garbutt is fouled. Takes it quickly. On to Chris Wood. Wood's in the area. Goes down. That is a penalty. Jason Barcelo with no hesitation. They argue and they'll continue to protest, but it won't matter. Jason Barcelo will not be changing his mind. Chris Wood bundled over in the penalty area, and New Zealand have a penalty. Here it is again. Certainly no contact on the ball there. As Chris Wood used his body effectively to take it away from Gideon Kalulu. Kalulu committing the foul. New Zealand's protests were heated, and Chris Wood, well, it was very clever thinking. The quick free kick taken by Garbutt into the path of Chris Wood. Now, the Democratic Republic of Congo players continue to surround the referee. They're going to make another change just to perhaps delay this this penalty rather. Ido Kayembe from Watford in England is waiting to make his entrance. The Africans are still protesting the innocence of the challenge. Charles Pickle making way as we tick into the final minute of regulation time. Is there a lifeline here for New Zealand? A goal that their performance probably deserves if Chris Wood can convert from the spot. It's confirmation of Kayembe's entrance in place of Pickle.
Yeah.
Max Mata and Chancel Mbemba, an animated conversation here. Mbemba is absolutely apoplectic about the awarding of this penalty. However, it is to be Chris Wood, New Zealand's captain, looking to net a late equaliser from the penalty spot. It's Wood against Mpasi. Goal number 34 for New Zealand, for Christopher Wood, the captain of his country. And it has drawn New Zealand level in added time here in Spain. 1-1. Chris Wood. He's so often the man who supplies the finishing touch for New Zealand's attacking moves, or a goal when one is needed the most. And it was needed here, and he heeded the call. Chris Wood scores. 1-1 here in Spain. A very composed finish from the penalty spot, sending Lionel Mpasi the wrong way. And New Zealand look as though they are going to take something from this match. They're keen now to perhaps find a winner. Darren Paisley is up, urging his team forward. Dalton Wilkins wants to get going. No thought at all of sitting back at 1-1. They want a winner. Wilkins hurls it towards Wood. It's flicked off a Leopard's defender's head, and Mpasi comes together. We'll have a minimum of 6 extra minutes. There may well be more added because there are a couple of minutes while the penalty was being prepared to be taken where there wasn't much action. So quite a bit of time left. Lovely from Champness. What a lovely little flick over his head and a collect. This is what Joey Champness can do, and this is why Darren Paisley was so keen to get him back involved. Just the uncertainty he can place into the minds of opposition defenders. Plenty of little tricks and flicks in the locker of that man, Joey Champness. A little flick over the head there of Bieli. Another clever piece of footwork there. It's something New Zealand fans haven't seen for a while. Joey Champness in the international wilderness for a while, but a welcome addition back into the fold now. Foul by Planeka. I get the feeling he's going to get a yellow card for that, and Planeka. that was shown the way of Chris Wood. I felt as though that was the foul by Barnica that Jason Barcelo had seen. It's that one there. So you get the feeling that's what the booking is for, even though Chris Wood was in the vicinity when the yellow card was issued. Seems it's very much Fernando Barnica's booking. So New Zealand, having fought so hard to get back into this match, will not want to give it up now. A real confidence boost that they've had to come from behind. There's the confirmation of the booking for New Zealand's Fernando Barnica. New Zealand, now that they have something from this match, will not want to lose it at the last. They will, though, want to perhaps go again. Switch of play across towards the left-hand side. Champness. Outside of the right foot from Joey Champness. Always a fan of the unorthodox. Brian Bielek, well aware. We've had 4 of the extra 6 minutes minimum. Darren Paisley, animated there on the bench. Wilkins again with the long throw. Into the penalty area. Half cleared, only as far as Garbutt. Tui Loma helps it back in. Here's Max Mata! What a save by Impasi. Crucial save from Lionel Impasi as Max Mata stole in, looking for his first goal for New Zealand. Tui Loma's clever first-time ball. Max Mata with the header. Lionel Impasi says, "You shall not pass today." Max Mata. Crucial piece of goalkeeping. But New Zealand coming home with a wet sail here. Max Mata's eyes would have lit up as that fell to him in the penalty area. But can the Leopards create a chance at the last? No is the answer. This one's helped forward, and Max Mata gives up the chase on that one fairly early as he realised he wasn't going to get anywhere near it. Is there a final chapter to be written in this game? Starmanich picks it up. Barnica. Wilkins cuts inside. Dalton Wilkins. Wood's in the area. He slides it sideways. Here's Chris Wood. Corner. Although a goal kick I think's been given. I thought they took a deflection. Not to be. Dalton Wilkins it was that time. Gee, the subs have made an impact, haven't they, down this left-hand side. And that'll be the final action of what has been a very entertaining football friendly here in Spain. Cedric Bakambu scoring just after half-time for the Democratic Republic of Congo. But late in the piece, Chris Wood earned and then converted a penalty for New Zealand to give us a final scoreline here this evening of New Zealand 1, the Democratic Republic of Congo 1. Well, there'll be a high degree of satisfaction in the New Zealand camp that they have come from behind to secure a draw here against a side ranked 40th in the world. A side that caused them issues, but a side that they also caused issues for. Good impact off the bench from a number of players from both sides. Clever thinking in the lead up to the penalty being awarded. Matthew Garbutt sliding a free kick very quickly through into the path of Chris Wood, who used all his experience to draw the foul, earn the penalty, and then he got back up and converted that penalty for his 34th goal for New Zealand. He extends his lead at the top of the standings as far as New Zealand men's goal scorers are concerned. In his 71st international, his 34th international goal has been enough to give New Zealand a 1-1 draw here. Let's have a look at some of the highlights of the second half. Seems an age ago that Libby Kakachi cushioned a header back towards Nick Sanev that Cedric Bakambu seized upon to open the scoring in this game. That was only about 20 seconds after the start of the second half. Very, very clever from Bakambu. Great awareness. Just watch and have a look at Kakachi there. Sees what Kakachi is planning and scuppers those plans. The Leopards number 17 by nipping in, nicking it past Sanev and applying the finish from a tight angle. That is excellent centre forward play from Cedric Bakambu. His 16th goal for his country, to the delight of his teammates. Incident that led to the equaliser. Chris Wood bundled over in the penalty area by Gideon Kalulu. There were vehement protests from Kalulu, from Chancel Mbemba, and from several others